Hello and welcome back. Today I want to revisit my first YouTube video where I showed you my favorite autumn outfits, and now I want to do it. I want to give you some ideas for winter outfits because it's full on winter, and yeah, it's always nice to have some ideas. So I think we should start. First of all, jeans. I think the basic jeans you can wear to anything. Literally to anything. Like, it doesn't matter. And it's just a basic, straight leg jeans. Like, very basic, but it fits to everything, and that's very good to have. And then I also like to choose sometimes wear different trousers. For example, I really like corduroy trousers. This is green. I think it very matches very well to winter and autumn. Yeah, I have also other trousers you can also wear in winter. Just like mix it up a little bit and not to just wear jeans, And now we come to tops, and I want to show you first some long blouses, because I think it's not that cold. I think they're very nice and pretty and kind of look elegant. So, for example, this is one. It's like striped, and I really like the style of it. It has like this kind of puff sleeves, and here's some details. I think that makes it a little bit more prettier. Then I also have this one. This is also, I think, quite elegant. Even has some bows here. I really like these kind of sleeves. I think they're very pretty. So yeah, I think when it's got cold, I think long sleeves are so good, and they always look very pretty. Also a kind of style that I sometimes like when it's a little bit more casual. I like quarter zip ups. Especially if you can open them up if it's a little bit warm. So I have two different. For example, this is one which is, I think, very basic but very comfortable, and I also have this one which I think is also very pretty. You can wear a shirt underneath it, and I think it's very practical. Not as, but a little bit more casual, I would say. Then we're coming to pullovers. I really like cotton knitted pullovers. I could wear them all the time. I like them when they're out of cotton, because nice material, and you don't sweat as much into it as if you'd wear one out of like polyester or something like that. So, for example, this is one. I think also in a color which fits to everything else. Oh, then I also have this one, which is a little bit more colorful. It also has some cute details to make it look not as basic, Since this year I'm also a big fan of wool sweaters, pullovers, especially virgin wool and alpaca. These are like my favorite. For example, this is one, and this is also one. I think very pretty color and pretty stitches. And I also have this one. I have also the puffed sleeves. I love them. Yeah, you can have them in so many colors. I love them, and I think they look very elegant and chic. And I have to say I'm a big fan of like the Irish and Scottish sweaters, which like have like history in the stitches, and I'm a really big fan of that. What I also really like is to wear blouses, and I pull under over it, or vest. For example, this is quite a big blouse, so I don't like to wear it without anything over it. So I always wear a vest over it, or for example, this one is a more basic one, but with cute details. And over that, I have, for example, this vest, which I really, really love. This is the one. I think it looks very elegant, and I love how it looks with the blues underneath it. So I'm a big fan of that combination, because, you know, sometimes indoors it's quite warm, and for example, a pullover like this, you sweat quite fast. You're sweating quite fast, so I kind of like the combination of long blouses and the vest, because you can always, like, if it's too warm, you can take off the vest, which I think is very practical. Now we're coming to some accessories which I like to spice up my outfits. This one I really like when I'm wearing basic pullovers. I like to put on this color, so to make it a little bit more special and chic, I guess. I really use this word way too often, I'm sorry. But it's also a little bit more whimsical and more funnier. Yeah. Then we come, because it's cold in winter often, I have some gloves. This one are my basic ones, out of wool. Just keeps you warm. And I also have one when it's not that cold. They're like mittens. For example, like, you know, they don't have anything. So I think it's also very cool and very practical. And I think in winter also, you also need some scarves. So for example, this is one. It is quite colorful, very whimsical, I think. So, and the outfit is maybe a little bit basic. I'm going to wear this one to make it a little bit more colorful. And this one is one when I wear like brownish or natural earthy tones. Yeah, very practical. I love them. Then a hat is also, should never miss. And this is one, just basic to put on my head so that everything's warm. Yeah, because sometimes you really need it. Now we're coming to the last thing to keep you warm. It's a jacket. This is my most worn winter jacket. It's not a long one. I also have a quite long one when it's like very, very cold. But I mostly wear the short one because it's more practical, especially when you're like at uni lectures or taking public transportation. It's way more practical. So I mostly wear this one. But yeah, I think that was it. Hope you enjoyed this video and got some inspiration.